Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Trey, and welcome to the Tennessee Innkeeper YouTube channel. Here today I have 4 queens that I have caught. They are Solenopsis queens. Solenopsis have been flying a lot in my area. It seems like they kind of just, fly any time of the year just about here. So I don't know. They look like Invicta. However, I did get a message the other day about the last short that I put up of the Solenopsis Invicta Queen that I caught, and it was actually noticed that she was a Solenopsis Invicta hybrid. I will put that comment on the screen to show you who said that and to say thank you for correcting me. So the way you could tell was the size of the gaster, or like the color. So like the little dot there. That's kind of how, at least what I picked up on it. Like Invicta have a much darker color, and it looks like it's a little smaller. The hybrid mix, I think it was with, it started with an R. I don't remember off the top of my head. And that might be what these are. There might be another breed of them. But yeah, I'll leave that comment posted on the screen so you can see it. And yeah, so I have 4 queens, like I said. We got 4 test tubes here. We're gonna move them. I'm gonna show you guys that process, and then we're gonna actually check up on the queen that I caught, I believe it was a week ago. So let me get everything kind of squared away here on my desk. Let me get the best setup I can for doing this. I'm gonna show me putting 1 queen in the test tube and how I set up the test tube, and then I'll just kind of do it, the rest off screen and show you guys the process. Okay, so really quick, while I had the comment posted, I'm just thinking about it. The person who told me that he thinks these are a hybrid breed is a person named Carson on Instagram. He said they're Invicta and Richterry. I don't know how you say it. I'm sorry, I'm a redneck. I can't help it. But it's Invicta and Richterry. I think that's how you say it. But basically, the way how I identified it was, you can kind of tell with their gaster. It seems like the little dot there, it's more orangey red. And same with the middle there. You can kind of see there's a little bit more of an orange stripe. I'll get the queen from the other day out once I get all these put in a test tube, and we can kind of compare and see if we can identify it ourselves. But I just wanted to get that clarified and just go ahead and say it because, I'm all over the place like usual. So yeah, I'm gonna get everything going. Let's get it. Okay, so basically what I like to do is I'll get a Sharpie, and I like to split 1 jumbo cotton ball up, so that way I have 1 for inside to stop the water and then 1 for the entrance. But basically, it's pretty straightforward. I'll try to keep this on screen as best I can here. I'm gonna have to back up. Beep, beep, beep. We'll pour the water in so far. We don't want it all the way full, but we definitely want plenty in there so that way we don't have to change the tube for a while. I don't really like that. I think we're gonna go a little less. Just because they are fire ants, I don't want to have to, fight them when opening the cotton ball to get them water. So that looks pretty good. I know it's not a lot, but this will get them a few weeks. So then what I'll do, you always want to hold your tube at an angle. I like to try to kind of crumple this up as much as I can, just because I don't want there to be a lot of cotton kind of globbed up there in the front. It'll do its job either way. But then you hold at an angle and you just kind of push. Sometimes you get little air bubbles, sometimes you don't. And I just like to kind of punch it down a little bit just to double check to make sure it's all good. You can kind of rub the end of the Sharpie. Yeah, we can't do that. You can kind of rub the end of the Sharpie on your hand to see if it's nice and wet there on the end of the cotton. But that's pretty well it. We'll take the queen here. Sometimes it's easier to tap them off of the top. Sometimes if they can come off of the top like that, you can just move them on over. Just like that. Now the problem is getting her to actually walk down further into the tube. There we go. You don't want to be abusive to your queens, but sometimes you just gotta do a little bit of encouragement. So yep, see that? And now you can even go a step further, and you can write down on the tube when you caught them, what species it is. You got your options. I'm trying to get Good focus there. I don't know if that's cotton on her back or what that is. It's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. Maybe someone in the comments, if y'all don't mind, maybe telling me what that is. Maybe it's just, you know, part of the cotton. Maybe she got some pollen on her. I don't really know what that is. All right, so I showed you guys how to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these queens, get them all set up. We will check back in when I'm done. All right, so we have all of the queens caught from today in their respective tubes. Here is the queen that I caught a few weeks ago, or maybe like a week or two ago, at the time of making this video and posting. So let's kind of take a moment and let's see how she is doing. I don't see any workers yet, but there is a little cluster of eggs, ever so small. Queen is freaking out. But there she is. She actually kind of looks like the queens from today, 100%. So I wonder if she will be the same way. I'm gonna actually go ahead and just put her up. Put her up just because I don't want to add any more stress. Now these queens are fully claustral, so if you catch any fully claustral queens, always make sure you leave them put away in a drawer. Check on them like once a week. Sometimes like larger species like Campanatas, you can get away with checking them every 2 to 3 weeks. But definitely want to leave them alone because it is very stressful whenever you get them out and do like I just did and move them around. Also, I want to show you guys, you can see this one I didn't get any air bubbles in. It's probably because of how I was holding the tube. This one's got an air bubble in the water there, and so does this one. Yeah, that air bubble will not affect anything and how they get water and how the water, you know, is filtered to the cotton. It will all do its thing. But these are very pretty ant queens. I'm excited to see what happens, especially with this one, because like I said, I don't know if that's mold, that's cotton, what that is. I don't know. It's just interesting to me. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Unfortunately, the start of this ant keeping season, I have not caught a single Campanatas queen or any other species like Formica, Campanatas, you know, the usual ones that everyone says are so common. Solenopsis are like the most common in my area just because there's a lot of open fields and stuff. So yeah, I saw about 100 of these queens today. I actually just posted a short of some queens on the mound of their nest. They were getting ready to start flying. So make sure you go check that short out if you want to see it. I believe they were from that mound. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, checking it out. If you've never put an ant queen in a test tube and you use this video to follow along, let me know down in the comments if I did pretty good explaining everything. And just let me know if you've caught any queens so far this year. Love to hear about it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.